Hey, let me ask you this. Last year, you were playing on a receiving core. You were the man. This year, now Laquan Tread was in his second year. You've got Michael Floyd in the mix. To me, man, that's only going to open it up for you.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely a good year. In my opinion, we got some great guys. They brought in some great guys. Michael Floyd, he's had some success. And every place he's been in, since he's been here, he's done some great things. So everything is on the up and up. Everybody's working hard, and we're trying to get to where we need to go.
Stefon, coming out of high school, you were ranked the number 2 wide receiver in the country. Do you remember who was ranked number 1?
Dorial Green Best.
Hey, he remembers. Look here, you took you took all 5 official visits, and 3 of those were to warm climates at the beginning, and then the last 2 were to Ohio State and Maryland. Did you ever really consider leaving Maryland, and you just wanted to go visit warm climates? Come on, be honest.
Nah, actually, I wasn't going to Maryland at all. So, like, the last minute, and I decided to stay home for my family. But other than that, I wanted to go to Florida.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So you took the visits and then, got back with the family and made a decision. That was awesome.
Exactly.
Yeah, that college life is crazy. So if you had to give advice to, high school kids who are about to go play college athletics, I know Remy here, he's got 2 daughters. They're twins. They play basketball at West Point for Army. He's got a son who's playing football at South Dakota. What's your advice to him? Because it's a grind, man. You got to do a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of commitment. I mean, everybody wants to go to college for free, but they don't really understand everything that comes with it as far as waking up at 5 a.m. on a daily basis, working out, meetings. They have all your time. So to the guys that going into college, just be ready to have no time and just dedicate yourself. Try not to get bored of it. Just take it one day at a time.
That I can definitely agree with that. Having 3 kids playing college it was a grind. As a parent, you get no rest, you get no sleep, but it's a sacrifice and it pays off in the end. But you got to go through it and to get to the reward.
Stefon, you ever think you'd have elementary kids write a book about you and then invite you to their classroom to hang out?
No, definitely not. Not in my time. Ever since I started playing football, I would have never thought something like that. You think of stuff like Madden and stuff like that, but that's way better. That's a way better feeling. When I found out the kids wrote a book and I got to go, it's a way better feeling than knowing you're on the game, the Madden game.
Yeah, that's awesome. That was great to read about that. And, one thing, every time we see you, Stefon, you dress to the nines, man. You really, really got some style. And I'm telling you, and, you got the barber to go along with it. So you always stay fresh. But, look, the crave right now is the romper. Come on, man, rompers or not?
Listen, I'm a firm believer of to each his own, and everybody has their little thing that they like to do, so I'm not going to say no. But personally, I probably won't wear it.
Yeah, but, this is a real-life podcast. We'll talk a little football, but we just want to know who Stefon Diggs is. Would you wear a Mankini? Because, I saw on Instagram this morning a coworker posted a photo, and the guy was wearing a Mankini.
No, I don't think my girl would like my junk all out like that.
Hey, okay, so I'm going to get you on this one because you got to check out Stefon's Instagram. It's awesome, but that's where you can see the style. This is a sports podcast, but this is style fun, man. We see it in the NBA all the time. Short shorts, and I thought this was hilarious. You're taking a picture, and you're like you showing off your new tattoo, and it says there's a thin line between love and hate. Now that's awesome, right? The tat's sweet, but there's a comment on your page that made me laugh when the dude said there's a thin line between shorts and boxers.
Yeah, sometimes I visit my son. I try to enjoy it.
Stefon, in your rookie season, your celebration dance was kind of a play on your last name. You was digging holes and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
You were staying in the rules of the No Fun League. But look here, man. As of yesterday, it's the Now Fun League.
Let's go.
Tell me something, man. Are you working on something for this year for the new rules?
Yeah, I'm trying to work with something for all the offensive guys and defensive guys celebration-wise. I want all my linemen. Linemen don't get a lot of shine, so I want them guys to start celebrating now.
Yes, sir. My son is an old lineman, and he would be happy to hear that. Matter of fact, when he listens to the podcast, I'm going to tell him that hope his wide receivers are like Stefon Diggs.
I want my big guys dancing. They need to celebrate.
What do you think of the new big guys? Reef, Remmers, Elfline, all these guys.
Well, I'm not an offensive line coach or anything, but, while we're out there, everybody's doing a great job to me. Everybody's working hard, trying to get things done, so we're all grinding.
Hey, who's your favorite player growing up?
I ain't have one.
No?
I watched a lot of guys. No, I watched a lot of guys come up. That's when YouTube was everything, so I used to watch everybody. Reggie Bush was a big guy, but Vince Young was also hot at that time.
Yeah.
I like it, man. My time, I liked everybody coming up. I love football.
How about this? If you could take any one trait from a current wide receiver, who would it be from and what would it be?
I never thought about that. Shit, that was an interesting question. Well, I never thought about it because I can't, but I'm going to just work with what I got.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That works.
Look, I'm going to go back to the recruiting question, and I'm just going to thank you. I meant to thank you earlier. As a Georgia Bulldog fan, born and raised in Georgia, I'm just going to thank you for not going to Florida, man. I appreciate that.
You're funny.
Also on your Instagram, you got a French Bulldog. I've got a French Bulldog named Hank. He fell down the stairs this morning. He's okay. What do you love about a Frenchie?
Well, my fat man, he kind of snores a little bit.
Yeah.
And he likes to play for a little while, but he gets tired pretty fast. So we just chill most of the time.
Does he fart a lot?
Yeah, he actually does. But it's surprising when he has to fart, he goes by the door.
Well-trained dog.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm trying over here.
Can you train Joe to go by the door too? Yeah, look here, man. I know AP all day. He's down in New Orleans now, but you got to spend a couple years with him, man. The dude is a freak in the weight room, man. All things aside, dude is a freak in the weight room. Can you tell us some crazy stories about him in the weight room?
Well, besides the fact that he can lift all the weights in the weight room, that's all I really know.
Is he that guy that uses all the plates and you got to wait to get one?
Yeah, you gotta wait your turn.
I know, man.
Some off his rack, he's lending some off of your rack. So
exactly.
What about a Hall of Famer here? I mean, you've met Chris Carter. What has he told you?
I met Chris Carter a couple of times, actually. I mean, just as far as, like, grinding and do everything that you need to do, take advantage of every opportunity.
Absolutely.
Stefon, we're here with Vikings wide receiver Stefon Diggs, and one thing we do on the One Hunnit podcast is, One Hunnit, keeping it real. That's what we do, keep it all the way real. I know you get tired of answering stats and football and all the questions, man, so we trying to do a little something different. Last week in our first episode, we had Byron Buxton on, and Byron told us a funny story. He kept it all the way real with us. He said when he was down in the minor leagues that 30 minutes before game time, they froze his uniform in the freezer, and he said he had to go out on the concrete and bang his uniform out like you would a bag of ice, and he was late for stretch. So come on, man, we want you to give us something inside the locker room story, something wild, crazy. Just keep it all the way real with us. Give us something that's gonna make us laugh.
Well, it's nothing that to be honest, nothing has actually happened since I've been here. Nothing that's worth telling. Like besides, I had to have a rookie dinner, but I was lucky enough to get like some older guys like Mike Wallace, like Charles Johnson. They weren't really on that, so I just had to take them all out to eat. That's it. That was it. Actually, I was lucky.
How big was that bill?
Actually, it wasn't that bad. It was only a couple of us. Only like 4 of us.
See,
like taking my family out. So
that ain't bad.
See, Joe,
they had plans of getting me bad, but we just, it's kind of like the tail end of the season, so they weren't really tripping.
Joe, that's what happens when you're a 5-star wide receiver and scout, and 24/7 got you ranked 99.999. Yeah, that's how I was on Madden when I created myself.
Hey, let me ask you one more thing. We'd be stupid not to. Teddy Bridgewater, how's he doing, man?
He's good. He's in good spirits. He's been throwing the ball around, as you can see. And he looks good. He looks good to me. I mean, I'm excited to have him back. You know, that's one of my dear friends. So I'm excited to see him back out there.
You think you can break Marvin Harrison's record, 149 catches this year? Let's do it.
Hey, that's the goal, man. Our goal is to go for those 150 catches and make some plays for my team. That's all I have to do.
All right, brother. Hey, we appreciate it, Stefon. Thank you so much, man.
No problem, bro. Thanks for having me.
Cool.